I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's press on now to page 23 of the Grade 3 ABRSM Discovering Music Theory workbook. We're continuing with the topic of pitch and transposition. And in exercise 7, we now move to transposing to an octave higher. So the principle is exactly the same as in the previous exercise. In the previous exercise, we transposed the music an octave lower. Now we've got to do the same principle but go in the other direction and rewrite everything an octave higher. We've got to be careful because we're going to be changing clefs, and it's always helpful to keep middle C as a reference point, but do remember now that we are going to be moving the pitch an octave higher. And so here we can see we've got this bass clef low A, and if we move an octave higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we can see that an octave higher will be the A, just a third below middle C. So let's see what we've got here. So from bass clef to bass clef, that looks like a good start because we're now going an octave higher. Down a step to the G sharp, up a step, up a step, up a step. So there, that would take us to middle C, up a third, up a step. So that actually looks like the one we're after. Let's see why these aren't correct. So here, this is the A below middle C. And so there's middle C, that's the A below middle C. So this is correct so far. A, G sharp, A, B, C. That's correct. There's our little reference point. There's the middle C that we were looking just as a handy reference point. But then here it should go C, D, E up a third, and here it goes C, D, E, F, G. So everything is out a step here. So there's an error occurred here, and they've got an octave plus 1, haven't they? And then what happens here? Well, at a glance you can see straight away there's no G sharp. So that's the problem there. So now do press pause and have a go. Try these remaining exercises on your own. Always work in pencil, and it's okay if something goes wrong. You can just erase it out and have another go. Always better to learn by your mistakes. And so here, our extract is the F below middle C. So if we're going to go an octave higher, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to this F here. 1, 2, 3, 4 above middle C. So let's see what we've got. That's our starting point at least. So we're in the bass clef to bass clef. So this is an F sharp, of course. However, this is note B, so we're wrong straight away. Everything's going to be out, isn't it? We're starting at the wrong point, so everything's going to be out from there. So that won't do. Now we've got to think about changing clef here as well. So let's think. We're looking for the F above middle C. There's middle C at the bottom of the treble. C, D, E, F. So that's correct. That's the correct starting point. Up a third to the A. 1, 2, 3, A. Up a step to the B. Back to the A. And then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the D. So that looks like that's the one we're after. Let's see what's wrong here. So we start off correctly on the F, but then we need to go a third up to the A, and we've actually gone a fourth to the B here. That's a fourth to B, whereas that should be a third to A. And so that's the wrong note, and then it's all going to go wrong from there on, isn't it? So that confirms our answer. Let's move on to C. So at the moment, here we are, the B below middle C. So let's jump an octave higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us to the B above middle C. Of course it's B flat, but the key signature will deal with that. So this is the correct starting point from treble to treble. So we have B, down a third to G, up a third to the D, next door takes us to the E. That looks like that's the correct one. Let's look at this one here. So we've moved from treble to bass. So here this is the middle C, this is the B below middle C, that's middle C, that's the B below middle C, that's exactly the same pitch. We've not got the octave high, no transposition there, so that's why that's incorrect. And then here, let's see what happens here. So we're starting on the B, that's correct. And then down a third to the G. Now it should go back to the B and it doesn't. It should go back to there, shouldn't it? And then that should go to there. And then that one's back on track again. So these are incorrectly copied. We've duplicated that note instead of moving. So that confirms our answer there. And then finally, so this is the A below middle C. And so to go an octave higher, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the A an octave higher above middle C. So what do we have here? In the treble clef, there's middle C. That's the A below middle C. So actually, that's the same pitch. No transpositions occurred there. Regardless of what follows, that's the wrong starting point. So we're in the wrong octave. Now here, this is the A below middle C. This is, well, for a start, we're correctly above middle C now, but here we should be on an A, and this is a note F, F sharp of course. So that's an A, that's an F sharp, so our pitch is completely wrong. And actually what's happened here is, this is as if it's in the bass clef an octave lower. So this is our opportunity for a correct answer. Let's see what works out here. So this is C, D, E, F, G, the A above middle C. So this is this A in the treble clef, up a step, up a third to the D, up a third to the F, and then next door note there. So that is correct. That's our correct answer. And this little box at the bottom gives us the opportunity to just try and try jumping octaves on our instrument or in singing. Now actually to transpose by an octave on the piano is the easiest thing in the world to do, because you literally just move your hand up and down the keyboard and everything else stays the same. If you're playing it on a different instrument, sometimes your fingerings may have to change. And if you're singing, an octave difference, whether it's higher or lower, is kind of a massive, massive jump. And it's a really big range to jump between. And it does prove the point of how we need to be so careful to keep our pitch properly represented, whether we're transposing or staying the same pitch, because it really is a massive change in pitch to jump an octave. But that's that page completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.